Thank you. I call Jess Edwards, Executive, to second.
President, Conference. I think it's just worth going through a little bit about the background so people understand where Spielman's latest attack on Muslim children in our schools has come from, because this wasn't suddenly just plucked out of the air from one small school in one small part of London. It was an orchestrated campaign, I want to argue, against the Muslim community, led by the likes of the Times and the Murdoch press, people who have no interest in fighting racism and no interest in fighting sexism in our schools. It is those people that Spielman has piled in behind. And here I just wanted to talk a bit about what the problems are with what Spielman has done. And the first, I think, is that she has said that our Muslim girls are at danger from their parents and in our schools in a way that non-Muslim girls are not. And Conference, I believe that is a fundamentally racist premise to begin with. And let's be clear, where this will lead is to the singling out for separate treatment of Muslim girls in our school. And that is something that no teacher should support. That the portrayal of the hijab as a problem will feed into an already horribly Islamophobic climate for Muslims inside of British society. And already Spielman has betrayed the parents who have rolled back the hijab ban in that Newham school, portrayed them as being radicalised extremists. Islamophobia is a real and growing problem. And let's be really clear, the majority of Islamophobic attacks happen on Muslim women wearing the hijab, and they are perpetrated by white men. This is the climate that Ofsted are feeding into. And it can start small, like it started small in France. It started with one small school in one small town in France. And where the hijab ban led in France was the horrific sight of police entering beaches and ripping the headscarves off of Muslim women. If you don't deal with the scratch, you'll end up with gangrene. There is a long tradition in our movement that I am proud to stand in. And that is a tradition that has fought for the right of women to control their own bodies. And that right extends to what women wear, when they wear it, and what they choose to wear. Some of you in the room may take issue with the hijab. I don't agree with you, but I hope we'll agree on this. The authority of Ofsted being used to tell women and girls what they can do is not women's liberation. It is not women's liberation to assume that Muslim women and girls are submissive, passive victims, incapable of making their own choices. Conference, look at the amazing Muslim women who stood downstairs at the conference centre, chanting to save their schools, in hijab and not in hijab, united for a defence of education. They are far from the meek and passive picture so often painted. In my school, Muslim girls and Muslim mothers have the same hopes, dreams and aspirations for their children that we all do. Our schools should be communities of respect, of collaboration and of solidarity. Conference, I second.